Hey friends, Dan Przaski from Milo Bodybuilding.com, and I got a lot of emails this week about what do I do or how do I do to get cut or get extra lean or get to 10% or less body fat, and just a lot of questions like that because I'm gonna be 56 here on the 20th, and so they ask me, well, how do you do these things or how did you do it? So there's nothing really hard about a lot of it. If you read my book MiloBodybuilding.com, and I have a complete cutting program in there, although there's about 3 different ways I do it. But I was going to let you know that here's a typical morning. It's Wednesday morning in Michigan, and it's 7 degrees outside, so that's why I'm kind of bundled up. I've already been up since about 5:45 in the morning, and I filled this up with water. It's really large, and I squeezed a lemon in there, and I tell everybody I do that every morning because it cleans the liver and the kidneys. It's a fat emulsifier, so the first thing I do is about 10 ounces of water with that, and then after that I'm drinking some black coffee. I just sip on some black coffee because I get my kids off in the morning, so I give them breakfast, a good breakfast and lunch and stuff, and I drive them up there, and it just helps me wake up for over an hour. And then once I do that, I get outside. The first thing I do as I go out my garage, and it's 77 degrees out, so my garage has one little air duct in there, heat duct, so it's still very cold in there, probably maybe 20 degrees, and that's why I'm bundled up. And I'll go put in today 15 to 20 minutes. That's all I do in cardio, okay? And then I'll come back in and I'll have breakfast, which for me will be about 6 scrambled eggs with 1 or 2 yolks in there, oatmeal. In that oatmeal, I'll also put blueberries in there, and then a little bit of oil, and I'll take my desiccated liver tablets and my multivitamin, multi-mineral, and just also saying about being prepared later on. My meal after that, I'll end up with yam, and I've got salmon down in there, and then I've also already got a bunch of green beans pre-cooked. So if you read my writings and that, if you have my books, it's easier to understand because there's more than one way to do things. There's several ways. You should always cycle that, and that's what I do. This just happens what I'm doing right now. I'm doing cardio out there, 15, 20 minutes tops, 5 days a week, and I weight train 3 times. That's what's going on right now, keeping the body fat at about 10% because that's just the goal. It's been a rough holiday season and that, but I'll try to keep you updated more, and you'll put the pieces together as you read more of things I either put on my newsletter at milobodybuilding.com and or Facebook always. All right, got questions? Send them to me, I'll answer them, okay? Thanks. Here's a magical anti-aging breakfast for you. Spinach, eggs, tomatoes, some raw milk. Mix it all up together. I do 6 egg whites, 1 yolk. Mix it all up together. Scramble it up in a iron skillet and use coconut oil for it. Nothing processed, nothing refined. All good for you. Protein for muscle building. You got your fiber and a ton of vitamins in there. And a little bit of fats in there on top of it. Can't beat it. Start the new year out right. Have a good one.